Okay, so welcome to online boxing class. So you're at home, you're cooped up. You may not even have a heavy bag, so I don't have one either. Technically, all I have are my gloves and a floor and my body. And you have all you need to do a good boxing workout and to train technique as well. Not just a workout, but also to improve your boxing, which we're going to do today. So for starters, I'm going to do a light shadow boxing round. And what I'm going to focus on is just keeping my other hand up as I jab and then connecting it to two things, my footwork and my head movement. So I'm here and I jab and I move my feet again. I double jab, I move my feet again. If I'm not yet warmed up, of course I can do body twisting. If you have a medicine ball or anything at home, something of that weight, you can hold a book in your hand or something, and you can do some lightweight movements. But I'm going to show some of those in a minute with the kettlebell, which again, you can substitute in. You can hold a kitchen chair in your hands and do the same movements, the same things. So we'll save that for conditioning a little bit later. So now, what I'm going to do is, I've added now jab and footwork and head movement, just shadow boxing. And if you have a reflective surface, like if you can go on your back patio and look at the window or the sliding glass door, when you're outdoors, you can see your reflection and you can check your form. Then I start adding the cross and rolling under what I expect to be my opponent's hook. All right, so you can weave underneath. So I'm jabbing, I'm moving out, I'm choosing between outside and moving out, and then coming in and going under. Then I start adding coming in, not going under, but blocking. And then coming back with counterpunching, and then that ends up being the main focus of my shadow boxing from then on, is counterpunching. So for today, we'll start it in modes. We'll go movement and jab, head movement, jab, foot movement, jab. Then it's jabbing across. Now we're inside and we focus on either blocking or going under. And then we look at jabbing across, blocking, counter. Jab, cross, weave, counter. All right? And then once we've done the cross, what follows from the cross is the three. The one, see, we're building this in numbers. The jab from the outside leads to the cross getting in, leads to the hook while we're in, and off of the hook, it puts me on the other side, or I either block or weave, and then it's another hook. Or I block, and it's a cross. So we move that, and then we may still be facing the same direction, so then we start to change our facing direction, moving around, all right? This is all boxing so far. Boom, now we're under, boom, coming back. Or I'm moving, head movement, jab, jab, cross, block. Now we're hooking, and then we're resetting, new direction. So do those three modes out on the floor, and me, we'll do it while I'm talking, especially you get breathing. But once you get breathing heavily, go back, do another round, do a third round. Three's magic number. Get 3 rounds of that, time it. You can do it on your phone and set a timer, and it'll tell you when 3 minutes are done. Do that 3 times, and then we'll go to the next part. Okay, so now, what we're gonna do is our technical portion of the class. And again, I want you to spend, after I show you, about 15, maybe 20 minutes on this, depending on how long you intend to train. So with this, you're gonna go punches into knees, and then punches into kicks, all right? So what we're looking at here is you can go jab, cross, step, knee, and really get the pull and the reach, and the extension of your knee, all right? Jab, cross. I'm a right lead, so I'm gonna step my left foot and then knee with my right leg. So jab, cross, step, knee. All right, we're going to take the boxing, advancing combinations, and we're going to connect it with, we've already done it with our knee, which is 1, 2, step, you can knee, but you can also do it this way. 1, 2, 3, step, and throw the other knee. All right, notice I'm doing an offside plumb. You have to visualize it, but I'd be doing it like this. I'd be grabbing the head and the shoulder and throwing the knee. So you can work both sides. I might start off with head movement. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, step, knee, push out, start again. I might do 1, 2, boom, step, knee. So mobilizing having a method of carriage to get the knee in off of boxing, very useful. Good thing to train. It also loosens up your hips and your back, which is very good. Now, once you've done that, we're going to add in kicks where you can just do it lightly. First, I would, stretch out, maybe get on the floor and stretch a bit. Do some, hold on to a countertop or something and do some side raises to stretch out your groin muscles. And then just don't do any high kicks, just do it at the leg level, the thigh. And then from here, we're going 1, 2, step, and you're kicking, and then just follow through. And then you can do 1, 2, 3, step, boom, and you're kicking and following through as well. All right? So from here again, 1, 2, step, boom, and you're kicking and you reset. So working both sides like that, and then we'll put together a more detailed combination, which is a flow. And it's gonna go like this. You're here, you're gonna slip, 2, 3, 2, knee, kick with the same leg. Turn through, and you're ready to go. So you're here, slip, 2, 3, 2, step, knee, boom, bring it back, and then follow through. Nothing violent. It's kind of a cooler day, it's about 50 degrees. And so just starting off lightly, and then you can add intensity. You put a little more whip into it. From here again, I slip, step, 2, 3, turning my heel, hip and shoulder together, into the hook, back into the cross. Now that my weight's going forward, I step, knee, pull back, and then kick from there. And then you're back in. And then change direction. Okay, now the last one will be kind of interesting. We're gonna go advancing 1, 2 as before, step, kick, step through into a back turning elbow. What often happens, you have to visualize this, where if I threw a kick and he swept it through, where he stood back outside of it and jumped in on it, he gets behind me. So he's right here, which means he's right in the firing line for this. If I get low, I can throw it high and over and catch him right on the temple, or right in the face, and it's a knockdown blow. It makes it very dangerous for someone to try to slip in behind your kick, because they're right there where you can throw that back turning elbow. And it's a natural flow off of that same spin. You're spinning with the kick, boom, and there's your elbow. Okay? And the thing is, you learn something about balance when you don't have a heavy bag to hit. See, if I'm here and I came in and kicked, boom, when I hit the bag, the substance of the bag offsets my power. But what I always tell people is, the reason why shadow boxing is so important is that you train to hit, but you also train to miss. You train to be able to recover when you don't hit what you're aiming for. Because if you put so much into it that you miss and you're off balance, well, there's the opening for him to counter you. So you learn to recover the balance. And the key is this, centrifugal force. You bring it in. Anything that's spinning, if it's out, you spin off balance like a top, out of control. But when you bring it back in, like a kick, if the kick stays out there, it keeps spinning me out of control. So you whip it out there and you bring it back. Same with a hook. If it stays out there, it spins you out of control. But if you bring it out there and bring it back, see, I'm able to control and attenuate the spin. And that's what you do with this elbow too. So I'm here, all right, and I go 1, 2, and I'm gonna throw the kick, boom, and there's my back turning elbow. You work on your footwork and your placement so that you're triangulated with where he's standing. All right? And that should give you a pretty good challenge to work that back turning elbow without something to hit. Okay, last of all for today, get something I like to use a 25-pound kettlebell. You could use something lighter even. The weight of it is not important so much. In the beginning, you can use something. You might have a little weight set at home. You can grab a plate, like a 10-pound plate or something. You could grab You can go out and grab a brick. You could grab a piece of limestone from your landscaping in your yard. I mean, there's a lot of things you can use. A heavy book is usually good. Maybe 2 books of decent thickness. You hold them. It's probably a thick book is about 8 to 10 pounds, and so you hold 2 of those in your hand. And you're here, and you're going side to side, working in the core. So we have these sharp movements in our boxing. Side to side, the hips are stationary. You count them off. You do 20 each side, so 20 times hitting the right side. Before I change over to weaves, again, 20 each side. You count them off. Then you go overhead, 20 each side, left and right. Don't do this. Let your hips stay still until this way. Then you have sharp turns, sharp twist. Don't do the full twist because that's the spine slowing you down. You want your muscles to do the work. So stop it short and reverse direction. 20 times each side. And then you go fast squats. You're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fast is better. Don't even think you're going too deep. Just do 20 fast ones, and then you're good to go there. Then, to train your weaving even better at your ducking, and also some other movements you do, you can swing. You can hold a book or a plate by the end and swing it. You can even hold a dumbbell, a hex dumbbell by the end with both hands, and you can swing it as well and do 20 of those. Now, once you've done all of those exercises together, you say, oh, I'm done. No, do it 2 more times. So go through the whole thing, take a minute rest, come back, do it again, take a minute rest, do it again. 3 is the magic number, and you're good to go. You will have built up your core, and you'll come back even stronger when you're back in the gym. Your movements will be sharper, your conveyance of power from hips to shoulders, and the sharpness and quickness will be greatly enhanced by that core strength.